What made you choose to be in this one out of all the films?
Well, the title, Dear White People, I was like, oh man, this is like the story of my life. I grew up in Minnesota, so it's like, this is literally the story of my life. So, but really the script, I mean, it's really funny, but also it's very poignant, it's very truthful, it's very real. So really kind of Justin's writing really pulled me in to have this be my first feature.
Now, ironically, this is being a black film in a white society, but you being the only Asian person, I mean, how ironic is the irony of this?
Yeah, it's pretty ironic, but it's also kind of I feel like it's quite truthful to my experience. It's like I'm really I feel like I'm the only Asian around. But I mean, I think it's good. I mean, Justin kind of makes a point with only having maybe one Asian character in this movie, because Asian Americans, if you think of Ivy League institutions and you think of higher education, you're going to think of white people, but then also Asian Americans as well as the two most dominant forces. So I think Justin did it very intentional as well, to have my character not be a stereotypical Asian American character, but also to kind of pull us back to really bring out the issues that happen to African Americans on campus.
Now, what kind of Asian American character are you playing in this film, per se?
One that we've never really seen before. She's very eclectic. She's very weird. She, in one way she's very cool and collected, but another way she gets angry. She gets physical, sometimes a little violent. That got cut out of the film, thank God. But she's an art major. She wears a lip ring, so I think she's not really someone that we've really seen before. What I really appreciate is that Justin did a really nice job making sure that this character didn't really be typecast as Asian American. She's not in science. She's not in medicine. She doesn't hang out with all the other Asian kids. She doesn't speak with an accent. So I think that's pretty great.
So we're not talking about like a nerdy Asian or the cool racing Asians or anything like that. So
we're talking about a whole different Asian. I don't even know how to classify her, because she's not cool, she's not nerdy, she's not geeky, she's not into God, or at least I know of, and she's not like fresh off the boat, so I don't really know who she is.
Now, this movie touch on some very touchy subject matter, especially towards blacks and whites. But being Asian in this movie yourself, and Asians ourselves, we're also guilty sometimes, especially in Asia now. I hear that they're trying to go blackenize themselves with braiding their hair and darkening their skin. I mean, you heard of that before, and what do you think?
Well, I do know from, I know for a while that Asian Americans in America sometimes appropriate parts of black culture because they didn't create kind of a subculture for themselves, so they felt like, well, we don't really want to be white, so let's be black. Everybody wants to be black. So I mean, there's always a little mixed feelings about it, but especially those in Asia, I don't know if they're doing it as a place of compliment, as more as a place of maybe guilty racism. It's hard. It's kind of hard to judge. There is conflict, definitely, in East Asia, especially with that.
Awesome. And what does the road have for you now? Are you gonna try to continue with acting, or are you gonna go with different types of projects?
No, I mean, I do love acting. I shot another independent feature film in Minnesota, and kind of just slowly working my way. I am a complete newbie. This is my first project, so nobody knows who I am. So we'll see. Yeah.
Well, hopefully everybody watches our videos and they will know who you are.
Yeah.
Thank you for the interview.
Oh, thank you so much.